Hi Laura, well I was here on Tuesday when we had that major flooding and there's been a big difference. You can see this is the Windsor Bridge and the water level is now dropped below the Windsor Bridge level. Still a lot of debris stacked up either side, and those buildings on the other side are starting to emerge now as well. Just take a look down this street. This was another one that was here that was completely underwater all the way through, and now it is above the water now. And I took a drive through the area over the past hour, and police are going around and actually removing some road closed signs. I actually went up to North Richmond too, and I had a look at the North Richmond Bridge, which has cut access to North Richmond, and it seems as if there's just a little bit of water still left on that particular road. But with river levels continuing to fall, we may actually restore access to North Richmond maybe later today or even into the early hours of tomorrow as well. Of course, many of these bridges are still closed, and assessors and engineers are going in to have a look to see what they can open, and they're hoping to maybe open the Windsor Bridge back up. But also the SES are going in, and also the assessors to inspect about 600 properties in Western Sydney now that the flood levels have eased. We don't have any major flood warnings in place anymore across New South Wales. They've dropped to moderate, including the Hawkesbury River system, and it's probably going to be the weekend, but not before Sunday, where we see the river levels in Western Sydney drop below that moderate flood level. But the SES is still saying there's a significant threat over the next couple of days, and for people just to be mindful.
There are some parts of the state we're still waiting for those floodwaters to recede, but yeah, we are certainly starting to move forward. There are still people up on the mid-north coast, and there are still people out around Moree and in the western parts as well. So still spread. As those waters recede as quickly as we can get people back in, we will. But obviously safety is absolute front of mind and paramount.
Now, residents around Windsor, McGraths Hill, Vineyard, also from Hawkesbury to Brooklyn have been given the all clear, and they're able to return to their properties. But the authorities are saying if you're going back to start the clean-up process, you do need to have the appropriate safety gear on, including gloves, because there's lots of nasty things that travel through floodwater as well. Just a moment ago, Laura, I spoke to a private operator of a helicopter. There's even private operators of helicopters doing supply drops into people that are still cut off. On the other side of Wiseman's Ferry, those people rely on the ferry, which hasn't operated for a week, and so those people have been cut off, and that ferry still remains closed. Also, the former Governor-General, Sir Peter Cosgrove, is in the area in Windsor. He's helping out with businesses that have been affected, and the Salvation Army has also been providing assistance.
In the days that lie ahead, there's going to be many thousands of people reaching out to the Salvation Army and other organisations and government departments seeking support. And we know that Australians right across the country will want to be there to support them, and so we're stepping into that space. So in a sense, we're in a good position. We have our bushfire relief teams already in place right across the flood-affected areas, and so we're able to repurpose them and provide them with resources and begin to help these people from next week.
And so you can hear those helicopters flying overhead. They will continue to work throughout the day and into the weekend as well. But it is nice to see, Laura, these river levels starting to recede now. But there is still a risk, and no doubt there's going to be a significant clean-up for many people in Western Sydney and across the state.